Hey, what's up guys? Steve here, and today's video is going to cover the 20 highest selling sports cards from part 1 of the recent Goldin 100 auction. And this auction might be as high end as it gets for 2023. The auction started on Friday, May 12th, and bidding closed on Wednesday, June 14th. And we get a vintage football card to kick things off at number 20 with this 1976 Topps Walter Payton rookie, card number 148. This was an SGC Pristine Gold Label 10 that received 16 bids, and it sold for $93,600. While this is still the highest graded copy of this rookie to ever hit the market, someone took a pretty significant loss on this card, as this exact SGC Pristine 10 previously sold for $228,000 at a heritage auction at the peak of the market back in early 2021. That price still holds the all-time record sale of this rookie, as the highest PSA 10 comp I could find was for $124,230, also coming back in early 2021. We're moving on to basketball at number 19 with this 2003 Upper Deck Ultimate Collection LeBron James RPA, card number 127. This was a PSA 8 with a 10 auto that received 25 bids, and it sold for $170,400. Serial numbered out of only 25, this is the new record sale of this RPA in any grade by any grading company. Despite a higher graded BGS 9 of this card, the previous record was held by a Beckett 7.5 that sold for $147,600 at a Goldin auction back in 2021. We get our first baseball card to make today's list at number 18 with this 1952 Topps Willie Mays, card number 261. This was a PSA 8 that received 16 bids, and it sold for $174,000. This price lines up with the last few PSA 8 comps I found from April of this year, but this price is down overall compared to 2022, where a PSA 8 was consistently going for over 200 grand. A PSA 9 of this card has not hit the market since April of 2017, where the last one sold for $245,000 at a Goldin auction. And despite the population report showing a pop of 1 in a PSA 10, I have never been able to find any prior sales of that pop of 1 PSA 10. Up next at number 17 is this 1968 Topps Nolan Ryan rookie, card number 177. This was an SGC 10 that received 16 bids, and it sold for $180,000. This price is up and is also the new record sale of this rookie in an SGC slab. This exact SGC 10 previously sold for $144,000 at a heritage auction back in July of 2021. The all-time record sale of this rookie is still held by a PSA 10 that sold for $612,360 at a heritage auction back in August of 2016. We get our first hockey card to make today's list at number 16 with this 2005 Upper Deck the Cup Alexander Ovechkin RPA, card number 179. This was a PSA 10 that received 19 bids, and it sold for $182,400. While this might not be the highest price of this auction, this is a very significant sell, as this RPA is a pop of only 1 in a PSA 10, and this is the first time it was ever put up for auction. I believe this is only the second ever time this RPA has broke the 6-figure mark, and this is undoubtedly the new record sale of this card in any grade by any grading company. Up next at number 15 is this 1951 Bowman autographed Mickey Mantle rookie, card number 253. This was a PSA 2 with a 7 grade for the auto. It received 27 bids, and sold for $194,400. This was a pretty strong sell, as this price ties for the second highest sale of this card with an autograph. It's worth noting I went as far back as a memory lane auction from 2011 to go through all the autograph comps for this rookie I could find. The highest autograph comp I found for this 51 Bowman rookie was a PSA 4 with a 10 grade for the auto, and it sold for $216,000 at a Heritage auction back in August of 2021. We're back to basketball at number 14 with this 1961 Fleer Wilt Chamberlain rookie, card number 8. This was a PSA 9 that received 15 bids, and it sold for just short of $200,000. While this price is within $6,000 of the last PSA 9 that sold back in January, this card is down overall, as this is the first PSA 9 comp I found to fall under the $200K mark since December of 2020. While this rookie is a pop of only 32 in a PSA 9, the population reports are still showing a pop of 3 in a PSA 10. A PSA 10 of this rookie still has not hit the market since May of 2008, where the last one sold for $20,400. Up next at number 13 is this 2003 UD Exquisite Collections LeBron James. This was a BGS 8.5 with a 10 grade for the auto that received 22 bids, and it sold for $264,000. Serial numbered out of 23, this is the first ever BGS 8.5 comp I could find for this rare game used RPA. The majority of comps I found for this rookie in general were from 2020, and the closest comparison would be a PSA 8 that just sold for $474,000 at a Goldin auction back in March of this year. We get our first soccer card to make today's list at number 12 with this 2004 Panini Sports Mega Cracks Lionel Messi rookie, card number 71. This was a PSA 10 that received 28 bids, and it sold for $266,400. This is the first PSA 10 of this rookie to hit the market in exactly a year, and this price is down as the last one sold for $312,000 back in June of 2022. Graded 646 times by PSA, this rookie is a pop of only 19 in a PSA 10. Coming in at number 11 is this 2020 Topps Chrome F1 Autograph Max Verstappen Superfractor. This was a PSA 9 with a 9 grade for the auto. It received 26 bids and sold for $360,000. Despite being a 1 of 1, this price is down as this exact Superfractor previously sold for $534,000 at a Goldin auction back in August of 2022. Kicking off the top 10 of today's list is this 1997 Metal Universe Red Michael Jordan PMG, card number 23. This was a BGS 8 that received 25 bids, and it sold for $360,000. This is the first BGS 8 of this red PMG to hit the market since July of 2021, and this price is actually up as the last one sold for $312,000 at a PWCC Premier auction. Serial numbered out of 100, the more rare green PMG that had a print run of only 10 still has not hit the market since December of 2020. The last green PMG was in a PSA Authentic slab and sold for $915,000 at a Heritage auction. Up next at number 9 is this 1951 Bowman Mickey Mantle rookie, card number 253. This was a PSA 8 that received 19 bids, and it sold for $450,000. This price is right in line with the average sale price of the majority of PSA 8 comps I found dating back to May of 2021. The all-time record sale of this Bowman rookie was just set back in December of last year, as a PSA 9 sold for $3,192,000 at a memory lane auction. While this card is a pop of 53 in a PSA 8, a PSA 9 is a pop of only 9, and the population reports are still showing a pop of only 1 in a PSA 10. I still have never been able to find a prior comp for that pop of 1 PSA 10. We're back to basketball at number 8 with this 2003 UD Exquisite Collections LeBron James RPA, card number 78. This was a BGS 8.5 with a 10 grade for the auto that received 16 bids, and it sold for $510,000. This is the rare parallel that was serial numbered out of only 23, and this card continues to come down, as this is actually the lowest ever BGS 8.5 comp I could find of this RPA. The interesting part of this sale is I looked through all the Beckett certification numbers of prior BGS 8.5 comps, and this is the first time this particular 8.5 has hit the market. Coming in at number 7 is this 2009 Bowman Chrome Draft Picks and Prospects Autograph Mike Trout Rookie Red Refractor. This was a PSA 10 that received 15 bids, and it also sold for $510,000. Despite being a pop of 2 in a PSA 10, this is actually the first ever comp I could find of this red refractor in a PSA 10. Serial numbered out of only 5, this price does seem low, as the only other sale of this rookie I could find was a BGS 9.5 that just sold for $1,080,000 at a PWCC Premier auction back in October of last year. Up next at number 6 is this 1980 top scoring leader featuring rookies Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. This was a PSA 10 that received 29 bids, and it sold for $516,000. This price is within $6,000 of the last PSA 10 that sold at a Goldin auction back in August of last year, but is down overall compared to prior 4 PSA 10 comps dating back to the summer of 2021. Graded over 14,000 times now by PSA, this dual rookie is a pop of only 23 in a PSA 10. And before we get to the top 5, I do have a few honorable mentions to share with you guys. This wasn't your typical Goldin Elite auction, and if you filter only single cards that were up for auction, there was only a total of 24 cards. And our first honorable mention would have actually made the top 5 with this 1952 Bowman Mickey Mantle, card number 101. This was an SGC 10, but the reserve was not met. This was the highest graded copy of this card to ever hit the market in an SGC slab. Since the reserve was not met, unfortunately Goldin does not show the bidding history, but if you do filter by the highest price, this card was bid up to at least $800,000. For our second honorable mention, we get this 2002 Panini Sports Mega Cracks Cristiano Ronaldo rookie, card number 137. This was a PSA 10 that received 15 bids, and it sold for $86,400. This is the first PSA 10 of this rookie I could find to hit the market since late 2021, and to no surprise, this price is significantly down, as the last PSA 10 sold for $312,000, also setting the all-time record sale for this card. Here's a look at the only 4 prior trackable PSA 10 comps for this card, and this graphic really shows how much the hype has died down. Those were the only 2 other sports cards that were up for auction besides the top 5 we'll get to in a minute. The other 2 cards that were up for auction were both non-sports cards. And first there was this 1998 Pokemon Japanese Promo Pikachu Holo Foil Illustrator in a PSA 8.5. It received 23 bids and sold for $570,000. If you take away the 1952 Bowman Mantle that did not meet the reserve price, this was actually the 6th highest selling card at the Goldin 100 Part 1 auction. And for our last honorable mention, the other non-sports card was this 1993 Magic the Gathering card in a CGC 8.5. This card received 2 bids and sold for $132,000. Again, taking away the 52 Mantle that didn't reach its reserve price, this would have been the 21st highest selling card at the Goldin 100 Part 1 auction. There was a lot more up for auction than just sports cards, and I'll leave a link in the description of the video to the auction results. The auction included a few comic books that both sold for over $1 million, and even a lot of game-used Michael Jordan sneakers that sold for just over $1.3 million as well. And we're back to baseball to kick off the top 5 with this 1954 Topps Hank Aaron rookie, card number 128. This was a PSA 9 that received 24 bids, and it sold for $600,000 even. This price is within 15 grand of the last PSA 9 of this rookie that sold back in November of last year at a heritage auction. The all-time record sell of this card was just set last year, as another PSA 9 sold for $720,000 at the PWCC Premier Auction back in August. While this rookie is a pop of 25 in a PSA 9, the population ports are still showing a pop of 2 in a PSA 10. A PSA 10 of this card has still not hit the market since May of 2012, where the last one sold at an SCP auction for $357,000. Up next at number 4 is this 1955 Topps Roberto Clemente rookie, card number 164. This was a PSA 9 that received 15 bids, and it sold for just short of $800,000. This price is down as the last PSA 9 of this rookie just sold for $960,000 at an REA auction back in April of this year. And someone took a pretty big loss on this card, as this exact PSA 9, certification number and all, previously sold for $1,050,000 at the PWCC Premier Auction back in September of last year. This 1955 Topps rookie is a pop of only 11 in a PSA 9, but the population reports are still showing one copy graded higher in a PSA 10. That pop of one PSA 10 previously sold for just short of $500,000 at an SCP auction all the way back in May of 2012 and has not resurfaced since. Up next at number 3 is this 2004 UD Exquisite Collections Dual NBA Logoman Auto featuring Kobe Bryant and LeBron James. This card was authenticated by PSA, given a 10 grade for the auto. It received 5 bids and sold for $840,000. This is the first ever sell of this one of one that I could find, and I wonder what this card would have sold for if it was put up for auction back in early 2021. Coming in at number 2 is this 2003 UD Exquisite Collections LeBron James RPA, card number 78. This was a BGS 9.5 with the 10 grade for the auto that received 26 bids, and it sold for $912,000. Serial numbered out of 99, it comes at no surprise that this price is down, and actually the lowest ever price of this RPA in a BGS 9.5. The last BGS 9.5 to hit the market previously sold for $2.4 million at a Goldin auction back in October of 2022. And topping off today's list at number 1 is this 2000 Playoff Contenders Championship Ticket Tom Brady rookie, card number 144. This was a BGS 9 with the 10 grade for the auto that received 25 bids, and it sold for $1,200,000. This is the highest graded copy of this championship ticket rookie to hit the market so far in 2023. The previous highest graded copy was a BGS 8.5 that sold for $516,000 at the Heritage auction back in March. This price is down overall, as the last Beckett 9 sold for $2.4 million back in October of last year. Thanks for joining me today, guys, and I look forward to sharing part 2 of this Goldin 100 auction with you guys later this year. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.